And I have no idea of that what was caught. So welcome in, everyone.
Oh
Welcome.
yeah.
Yeah, welcome. Oh
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh no is
Oh
right.
no.
Welcome to Evils of Enferacuse. I am your evil DM, Concleod, and we are here for our one shot this evening. The one shot of Enferacuse titled "The Missing Brooch." Now, I'll give a little bit of background and allow my players to introduce themselves and their characters this evening, and then we're going to get right into it. The Enferacuse is a city-state like no other, where you may find wonder or may find horror, depending on where you look. And today, our story stems around the idea that our adventurers are shown in all the notices that go out a note that says there's this missing brooch that looks, rather ugly to the naked eye, that someone's offering a big sack of gold to be able to find. So each of them comes to that whichever way they will. So I will allow everyone to introduce themselves, starting as well as your character down below me.
I I am Old Worm Slayer on Twitch. You can find me on TikTok as Tiny Nunya, but I will be playing Alex Axwood tonight, a noble rogue that has to be good at stealing things. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
All right, thank you. Moving on to Fox.
Hello, I'm Miss Fox. I unfortunately don't have any socials or any Twitch streams, but tonight I'll be playing the female shifter druid Clotharn, who she was in a clan of local druids, who she was very good at going into wild forms, and she eventually was trained up to enhance that power and trained to empower it. And she now is a guard for the Druid Grove. And they sent her on missions around Enferacuse. And she heard about the missing Brooch. And while she was on her assignment, she decided to take a stab at finding it.
Perfect. Thank you. And moving next to Flight.
Hi, I'm Flight of Chaos. I'm on TikTok as Flight of Chaos. I'm in here as the Fantasy D&D. If you see me in chat, I also help run all the Mayhem server stuff. And today I'm going to be playing Hermine Tremble, and I am a half-elf paladin of diversion. And yeah, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna find things, and it's gonna be a great old time.
Perfect. Moving on to Gray.
Hello everyone. It's me, the Grey Jedi. I am your DM for Planetscape Age of the Void. You can come check us out every other Tuesday. We will have a game next Tuesday where Concleod and over there and Wraith over beside me play as my players as Ardwar and Wraith. I'm sorry, Flight. We actually are missing one person that makes the Planescape crew. So, oh my rib! I'm about to laugh too hard; it's cracked. Yeah. Come check us out. Over on the YouTubes to catch up on the previous episodes. I am a map builder. If you need maps made, please hit me up. I do consultants of pricing and whatnot. If you need a map made on a budget, I have a ton that I could just send you for free. So just hit me up.
Perfect.
And also commission him.
I'm in the works of commission at the moment, so it is currently closed.
All right. And last, Arm Creed.
Commission is $2 million.
I'll fucking wish.
Hey everybody, I'm Armin Creed. I'm a Twitch streamer. You can catch me playing video games very badly, but at the same time, I'm gonna be playing the Turtle Mercenary, Ozin. So yeah, just have fun.
Perfect. Thank you all for the introductions. We will get to where your players are in just a moment. But before we get started, one other bit of shilling to do. if you like Mayhem Gaming and you would like us to do other great things and have time, and it's a great way to support is if you're already not following, please follow the channel. But also take a look at our fourth wall space where you can find some cool merch, some cool things, and actually some things for Evils of Enferacuse. So there's a lot of really cool things there, like Planetscape Edge of the Void, or other things to take advantage of. And we appreciate,
Batman.
yeah,
Batman's in my world now. Okay, now I am making Man-Bat.
Batman.
No, I'm making a bat
Man-Bat.
race and making Man-Bat.
I hope they get a planet. I want to name the planet.
We also have memberships within Fourth Wall as well.
Yes, we do. And so it's a great way to support everybody and all the fun things we do here. So please go and take advantage of that. But without further ado, let's enter Enferacuse. So it is what I'd call a bit of an overcast day for Enferacuse. Though with the mountains, many folks don't really know when it's kind of like that or not with the fog that kind of rolls off of them. But today seems a bit more dreary than usual. And it's right around 3-4 o'clock. You've spent your day doing something else, but you kind of saw on the posting to meet about 4:30 around the marketplace. So the marketplace in Enferacuse has a lot of open air stands as well as a nice fountain in the middle. We're gonna start off with Alex. Alex, where are you? Where would you be in the market, kind of waiting around for a job?
Just see, probably near the tavern, keeping an eye out for any signs of weird activity.
All right. You don't see anything terribly weird. You do see patrons who seem like the tavern that you're near is rather hoity-toity or aloof. The patrons going inside seem like they're the more well-off travelers or patrons of Enferacuse. You do see some folks, about a brand of 3 walking out who start basically arm in arm, and the third guy in the middle is not really walking as much as he's being carried, and all 3 are kind of singing.
Couldn't handle his liquor, huh?
They are still singing as they kind of move past you. The haunts in here and so the fear. The guy starts to drift downward. His friends are just kind of listening to it, but just still moseying him on out.
All right, well, I'll go and look and see if there's anything for work.
You noted from your sheet for this job to meet around the fountain. So as long as you can see the fountain, does that where you're going is where you can see the fountain?
Yes.
Okay. We'll shift a little bit at this point. Hermaine, you entered into the market for the job. Were you there early or were you there late?
Hermaine was here way early. In his like shiny regalia and shield, and is like being obnoxiously helpful. Like old ladies who clearly are perfectly capable of taking care of themselves, he's helping them cross areas that don't need help crossing, and like, see some children doing some tomfoolery, it is like, yes, I will help you with these youths. It's like just being good. He's trying his best, but he's there way early, doing as much as he can and being very much in the area.
Okay. Hermaine, you see, as you're trying to help folks cross the non-existent streets around the marketplace, that there's a couple who seem to be carrying a load of crates. The gentleman seems to be struggling, hobbling a bit. It appears to be his partner or wife is scolding him a bit about, you shouldn't be carrying these heavy boxes around. And you see them go walking.
Madame, Please allow me. I am Hermaine Trumbull. I am an oath of devotion paladin, and I am here to serve. I lost the voice I was doing a minute ago, so this is the new one.
You see, Gerald, this fine young man will carry this for you. You take this young man.
Yeah, you take this for me.
He immediately comes over and like, again, he's putting on a performance as he does all of this and like takes it. It's like, yes, I will carry this for you.
Perfect. You grab the crates and they feel rather heavy. It's like a little bit oddly heavy.
I will carry this for you.
Oh, great! We have to go around this corner right here and drop them off to be picked up. So just follow us. Or actually, can you? You know, it's hard to get through the market like this. Could you lead the way a bit? So just point right there.
Yes, madame, I shall do my best. And he kind of like making it harder for himself to carry this box makes his shield stick out under and in front so people can see the shield as well as he walks.
Hermione, give me a perception check.
First rule of the night, and it's gonna be bad because I've got a -1. I rolled 4 for a 3.
Okay. This nice old couple just walks with you as you're carrying this load of boxes. Nobody really gets in the way, so they kind of see that you're there carrying the shield combo right out to the edge, and they point to you to just like the start of like what looks to be a small alleyway for some of the shops and going back in further.
Just set it right here, Sonny.
Oh, thank you. There's a word I was gonna have to carry that for a while.
It is no problem for me, Hermaine Trumbull. And just begins to put it down, so.
Perfect. This should get picked up within a few moments. So, is there anything we could do for you? And thank you.
No, I never got to this point of people like thanking me. I can protect the box if you'd like.
Oh, I'm sure you have pressing things to do. So we also need to make sure our contact gets here as well. So don't worry. As long as it's where it is, we should be great.
Absolutely.
Hermione, based on the alley you go to, you can see the fountain from there. Okay? Shifting gears. We are going to move over to Ozin. Ozin, have you spent a lot of time in Enferacuse at this point, you think, or you've only been there recently?
Just been here recently.
So, Ozin, you're walking around, let's say, towards the marketplace, and you've looked for work, and you came in, you visited your inn, which seemed like a nice place, but people have been staring quite a bit. And as you've looked around, you've been looking around at the people, and you kind of know that, as far as you can tell, I haven't seen another turtle around at this point anywhere in the city yet. You see, at this point, folks from the marketplace, as you pass by a market, for the most part, just kind of stop for a moment and then kind of go back to their business. Until you reach someone, a gentleman saying, "Cloth! Cloth! Everyone! Make your clothes the cloth that you need. Who needs to buy clothes when you can sew it yourself? You there!" He's pointing to you, Ozin, trying to draw you in.
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Is it that?
No, you, Greg, come here. See, I can tell you all about this. You seem like a person who could turn cloth into something great.
Oh, you're one of those guys. Okay, let me hear your spiel.
Okay, we have cloth from all over the continent. Now, if you need cloth from Poros, it's our specialty. We can get that from the port, so it can even come from all continents too. And
What are you what are you wearing as a turtle specifically?
Hold on, I forgot what I put on my character.
If turtles wore pants, would they wear pants like this?
You joke, but let's get there.
Uh, let's see. Uh, Pretty much little armor protecting the fleshy bits, but pretty much it's just my turtle shell. Yeah.
So, I believe if you he was, I want to talk to you something about something very specific, and he just kind of motions you to come a little bit closer, right?
Is it because I'm not wearing pants?
Oh
Or you
no,
guys kind of
no,
you guys have an issue with how turtles dress?
no.
I
I'm
mean,
sure if there was an issue with that, I'm sure the gods would have talked to you by now. So I'm sure you're fine. No. He ushers you a little bit into the in the open market tent a little bit. Said, okay, I know, and you may have known. Everyone's looking at you, right? You're the kind of the talk of the market today. I have a proposition for you. I have this satin hat this fabric is just to die for, and has a really great margin for me. So, would you take and wear this hat today? And just anybody who talks to you, just talk about the hat. Tell them you got it here.
how about we just paint advertisement on the back of my shell and I'll just walk around that.
That seems like it'd be I don't think that might send people away from my shop. This. You can keep the hat. I think you'll look great on you too. And he pulls from the side of him like this black satin hat. It looks like a shortened version of a nightcap, and only has like a little bobble at the top that kind of comes down with a bit of string.
It kind of looks a little bit weird.
That is completely in fashion now in Poros. It is the talk of everywhere.
Can I roll an inside check?
Absolutely.
Uh, 10.
You can tell he's passionate about the hat. But the way he took it out doesn't look like it was kept in like this like amazing like storage space or anything like that, or he was keeping it like someplace special.
So, how much are you going to pay me to wear that hat?
Well, isn't this exquisite hat enough?
I mean, I'm a mercenary. How's the hat gonna help me? Is it gonna protect me from getting hit in the head? Is there any magical enchantments on it?
No, I wouldn't give that kind of hat away. That's the hat for a different day. I have an idea. You wear the hat, and if this sells, if you can help me get this fabric to sell a bit, at the end of the day, I'll give you 5 gold to go off and do what you wish with.
How do I know you're gonna be here?
I own this place. This, and he points to a sign that looks like it was carved, kind of moderately okay, with Giddy's Goods on it.
Make it 8 gold and you have a deal.
As long as I sell 2 reams, I will give you 8 gold. If I only sell 1, it's 5.
The things I do for money. Deal.
All right, here you are. And he hands you the hat.
I put it on.
Perfect. Just go out, talk to folks. Just, just point them in the right direction.
Right. Yeah.
Great. As you walk out, again, people are looking at you. You can see the fountain. We're going to. We're gonna shift gears. You go sit down. We're gonna move out towards Clawthorn. So you come from the forest, which is specifically like if you're looking at the map, because the players here have kind of a rough map of what Enferacuse looks like now. You're on the east side coming in. You note that there is trees and growth in Enferacuse, so it's not a city devoid of life that kind of way that you can sense and feel. The marketplace, however, is not very much like that. It's not just a lot of shops, people, buildings, and stone. So, what can you say what your mission was given coming into Enferacuse?
Clotho was investigating some disturbances and unnatural occurrences in the forests around the area and thought that maybe people in the city might have some more information, but wasn't really too keen on going into the city. She's never really been in one before. So kind of just like is like nervously walking around and like both intriguingly and cautiously observing everything.
Okay.
Kind of overstimulated.
So, Cawthorn, you're walking by shops because you saw the ad said to be Beer the Fountain, and you can easily see the fountain. You get to a shop that is looks a little bit more expensive. It's not open air. It's kind of a glass shop with a door. With what's hanging in the window, though, are some creatures from the forest are just kind of kind of there, like they're about to go out, like in cages, kind of moving around, just kind of, a couple of rabbits hopping around and a couple of birds you know the type that are just kind of in there.
And this is like an outdoor kind of store, you said?
You can see it through glass. This is an indoor shop. You can see it through the glass.
Walks in there and like, excuse me, I demand to see the owner of this establishment.
You see there's like two youths, what would be teenagers, a human and an elf, who just kind of look at you, and the elf speaks up first. They're not here right now. Can I help you?
What are all these animals doing in cages? They should not be trapped in this city. They should be out in the forest, set free.
The human at that looks at you, snickers a bit, and turns around. The elf, though.
Excuse me.
Wait, the elf. You want to know this? The elf, though, is kind of looks at them, annoyed, and just kind of puts up, hold. So, these are animals that were in the forest, but where they were found and taken from where there was going to be cleared, where the log company is. And so our shop here makes sure that they go out to those who would like to have them on property, or back out in the forest like you're asking about.
Do I get the feeling like they're telling the truth?
Do an insight check.
Okay. Uh, 23.
You can tell that part of that's true, but not all of it.
What are you hiding from me? I can tell when you're trying to scam me, and you can't scam a scam artist. So tell me, what's really going on? What's really going to happen?
When you say scam artist, the elf kind of not directed at them, but that you kind of indicated that you were one. The elf kind of looks a little odd. Says, "The waffles are excellent today."
The waffles. Gives him a perplexed look.
At that point, he says, I was thinking about lunch. Can I recommend that come back tomorrow when our boss is here? Because if you have a problem with these kinds of things, I don't get paid enough for that. It's like it's not my store, but if you cause an issue, the first thing that's going to happen, the guards will come. We don't need that. Nobody needs that.
Let's see. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll come back tomorrow.
All
and
right.
I'm going to find out more about these waffles. Kind of eyes him and walks out the store.
Okay. You can see the fountain once you leave the store. And last, Tekken. If I had to guess, you were a bit hulking in figure, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Where would you post waiting for the job?
Uh. I mean, they tell us that we can't really leave the slums. We're not allowed in the other area, so the slums.
All right.
Anywhere around there.
So you're leaving from Slumside, so you're on that west end. The job isn't you have to meet that way. Since you have the ability to go for odd jobs, you have your blood writ says that you have the ability to come up there right now. It's not gonna get you in any issue. But with that in mind, would you roll a d20 for me?
Seven.
Did you get your blood writ? You think it's right or you think it's wrong?
Oh, I don't know. I'll roll a d4. Odds, fair, evens, illegal. Fairly.
Okay, good to know. And it says on your blood writ that you have the allowance. And for anybody who's watching, if this is your first time, identification in Enferacuse is key because they take a lot of partiality to people, who they are and where they say they're coming from. And everyone has a blood writ that identifies who you are and that you're allowed travel. Tekken, your blood writ says you're allowed to come up for this job. You have the space on there. They have no issue. While you're posted in the market, you see an argument sprout between a halfling and a dwarf. It seems like they're each holding on to a sack and kind of trying to wrench it from each other.
Tekken just looks at this and goes, "Quiet down."
Since they
my beauty sleep.
Since they were next to you, they do look up. Again, you're much taller than the two of them. You see them kind of start to, still no one has let go of the sack, but kind of drift a little bit out towards the fountain. And give it a couple, 2 minutes go by, and they start getting loud again as they are still trying to wrench the sack from one another.
I'll get up and walk over to him and pick the sack up while holding both of them up and just go, "I'll throw you two in the fountain if you don't stop arguing."
Both let go of the sack to reach the ground.
I put the sack down on the fountain. The edge of the fountain.
Give me a perception check.
This isn't gonna be good. Okay. So that's a 3, nat 1 plus 2.
You can tell there is a small-sized item in the stack.
What the hell is this thing here?
Because you shook it like that and kind of dropped it, you hear like a weird tone when it hits the stone of the fountain, like ding when it hits the fountain. Since you have dropped it, the halfling and the dwarf suddenly back away
about 5-6 feet.
Ugh. Oh shit.
And this is the halfling pipes up. Okay. Oh, we're still here. Okay. We'll promise. And he looks hard at the dwarf. We promise to be quiet and take care of this. Okay, sir? Dwarfs just shaking their head.
Yeah, you better. What is this?
Just and there's a really hard poke from the dwarf with an elbow in the rib on the halfling. Nothing important. We just need to deliver this. We were arguing over who was supposed to carry it. But we can get it there. Don't worry.
No, is that?
And the dwarf moves to pick up the sack, which is again on the ground.
I have my Wyalka on my hip with my hand on the hilt, and I just don't take it out. I have to do it while standing. While holding it here, I just hold the hilt of the blade out like I'm stopping him.
Okay, the dwarf stops at that point. Sir, can we could we proceed? We're supposed to deliver this.
I said to who?
To who? Apologies. The halfling hikes up. We have to get it to the head of the market. We're supposed to get it out to the head of the market. At this point, you also hear a loud poof, kind of, and a bit of smoke over in a corner of the market.
Idiots. The blood of them. I just start like clomping my feet down, and he goes, "We'll get going then. Piss off."
They grab it and they take off.
Just scratching the bit between my horn and like the hair. It's like, ugh. So I said, I have much too much to drink. As I take out my flask and just start chugging it, like just hair of the dog, hair of the dog.
Perfect. You are bought close to the fountain, so we'll leave you there for a moment. Alex, you noticed that there was this person who was walking around recently next to you with like holding a shield and a bunch of boxes, and they basically just like in a moment, like about after setting the boxes down, turned around and disappeared.
Like in thin air or just
And there was a loud sound, I had described previously, and now there's a bit of it just looks like a bit of commotion over there. You don't see the person anymore.
I keep heading to the fountain because that's for the local authorities to handle, not me.
Perfect. Ozin, you also, because you were marching around and people are looking at you in the hat, you also heard the noise and the commotion over by this little alleyway of the shop.
Darren, he's talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Darren.
He's not used to be calling Ozen.
So, Ozin, you also heard the noise and now see the clattering of folks over there.
let's see what the humans are up to. And I walk over there.
You get closer and you see there's this older couple, who just kind of are now like looking around befuddled a bit, as well as a shopkeeper who is pouring out like it looks like they had a flask on them. They're currently pouring it out on the ground.
Why are you pouring out good, whatever that is?
Whatever's in that thing, I don't want to drink anymore with that. What I just saw. And he's wide-eyed at this point.
What did you see?
Well, some gaudy fellow over there was carrying some boxes for those old people and just disappeared. Like, set the boxes down, kind of turned around and just, poof, gone.
Like, someone grabbed him or
Just like, all I could see was this, like, shimmery pinkness and they're gone. Gone. And I'm drinking this wondering if they were even there to begin with.
let me have a little bit of taste of it and see.
You can taste about a couple drops out the end of it, but otherwise he poured it out. Just taste like whiskey, a drop of whiskey to you.
Good taste. Okay. Vanishing humans.
Weird. As you turn as you turn away from the guy, you note there's like this weird amount of pink dust on the ground, and kind of just like that's now like just a little bit all over the place.
Okay. Weird humans. Humans do weird things.
Okay. We'll get back to that. Now, let's see. Clawthorn, you did not notice it because you've been so angry at the folks when you walked out of the shop. But you make your way over towards the fountain, and let's say everybody at this point starts to really make their way over there. And you see a large minotaur over there already waiting. Looks like they're kind of taking a nap a bit. And when you make your way over there, also you see a turtle make their way up as well as a human.
Wow. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was like, wow, you all are a sight for sore eyes. Never seen the likes of you in, honestly, anywhere, ever.
Who are you saying that specifically to?
Just in general, like as she's walking up to the group.
What, you never seen a turtle before?
Not
I mean, I
one
know
your
we're rare, but
not one your size.
why did I come to this
What are you
town? Why
talking
did I
about?
come to this
Humans
town?
are
Humans
everywhere.
are species, yes.
Yeah. Just because you look a little bit different, you have a shell, they just think they can just get
Oh,
everything
no,
over.
don't get me wrong. It's impressive. I am quite astonished.
Well, this shell is mine. You can't have it. You try. I wouldn't.
Everybody needs a little turtle power on their side.
That is very true.
Someone said turtle soup.
All right, well, let's not go that far.
You don't want to finish that sentence. You do not want to finish that.
I think I did. But okay.
With that, Clawthorn, give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
I don't think it's been said, but for people at home, Flight had to do her takeoff, so
Well,
she is currently away at the moment.
yes, and we'll get back to when Flight arrives.
18.
18. Well, first off, Cregan, thank you for the sub, which again is in chat for anybody who wants to thank Cregan for the sub. We appreciate you there. 18 gets you. You know that though the Toro looks angry, they have an astonishingly stylish hat on. So how you wonder how how angry could they be? But also, the thing that seems to be odd about it is that when they shake, like kind of when they're talking, a little bit of like this like pinkish dust kind of floats off the hat a little bit as we go.
All right, I have 2 questions for you. Where'd you get that amazing hat, and why is there pink dust coming off of it?
What?
The pink
I
dust.
I take off the hat and shake it.
It seems a bit dusty, and not just like regular dust. It has like this pinkish hue to it when you shake it.
It's a little. Ah,
That wasn't there before. I got it from. I point at the place I got it from.
You point to Giddy's Goods, and you can see a guy over there. You can't hear him from this distance, but you can see him waving really hard at you.
oh.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, him.
I take it he wants us to go over to his shop.
I think he
With
wants to
that-
sell more of these hats, but
As you hear and seeing those kinds of things, everyone starts to hear what sounds like a really squeaky wheel. Like if anybody's familiar with a wheel in a bad shopping cart, kind of like making that noise, and it's getting a little bit louder in your direction. As you turn to kind of see this silly, annoying noise, you see 2 individuals. There is a large Goliath who is dressed rather like someone who's dressed well, but also dressed well for protection and for battle. And they are pushing in a wheelchair a woman who has gray hair, an quite beautiful half elf who's a bit older, just being taken to really towards the fountain to where you all are at this point. The Goliath brings them right around right to you, and just kind of nods in your general direction, and the woman begins to speak. Are you all the folks who've answered my charge, answered my call for help?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean? Oop,
what Amanda?
She holds up the paper flyer that you all have seen with this mission brooch. Now, this brooch is this blackish brooch that looks like the pieces of it that are supposed to be in your hair are meant look like claws. It looks like it's been carved so to look like that, but not exactly looking like claws. And it has this ribbed outside with a bit of what looks to be black lace and purple and pink encrusted jewelry. It doesn't flow whatsoever. But she's holding a color copy up. This notice. We put out this notice.
Oh, so you're the lady that lost the missing brooch. Well, where did you last have it?
Well, I'm glad you all look very capable. I'm glad you're so eager to find it too. I wouldn't say it was lost. I feel like there's a draft coming from this silly fountain. I can't believe we put it in for the rabble. Eldu, can you wheel me around? So she says Eldu towards the Goliath, who begins to wheel her a little bit away from the fountain. I just to give you a bit of information, I'm Georgia Nighthall. Everyone except Ozin, give me a history check.
Wow, I'm rolling really well. 18.
Zero.
Okay. Sanguine?
I'm working on it. There we go. A 12.
Okay. Let's see. Clawthorn, when you hear the name Night Hall. You only have been, you don't spend much time in the city, and you haven't really spent any time at all. But you do know that there are several places within the forest that are claimed by the night halls. That name is familiar, and for you, Alex, you also remember walking into the marketplace that you saw a sign that at some point said Night Hall Market, and
Uh,
and there otherwise Tekken, you have no idea who this is. Just kind of laugh it off.
Oh yeah, the Night Halls. I recognize that name. When I was walking through the forest trying to figure out what's been going on that my druid enclave sent me here for, yeah, I saw several signs that said they own parts of this forest.
Oh, my cousins, of course. But I don't care about them. They're awful. All right. We hear about my brooch. It was not exactly lost. I hate to say it, but in the manor, and they're kind of they're throwing a hand up. You see on the hill, there's a bunch of manor houses out towards the edge of Enferacuse. At the manor, we've recently brought on some people who didn't do enough check in their background to see really who they were. And lo and behold, after their first day, some things went missing, including my brooch, my precious brooch. And I can't be without it. I need it back.
And is this just like an heirloom, or does this have some kind of power, or?
Well, it's important. I wouldn't pay for it otherwise. I need it back. So it's things you don't have to worry about here. It's just getting me this back. This is what I need. Can you all handle this?
I think we can. Are you all up for this?
I mean, I got nothing better to do. It's better than just sitting around here.
You lot better be better than the last group I was with. Come on now.
Well, it looks like you're at least all very enterprising, which I really need at this point. I do have a sense of what's happened. It was taken. It was taken to where all things in Enferacuse generally end up. It had to go to Thieves' Row. When you hear Thieves' Row, every one of you knows Thieves' Row in Enferacuse is a place where people talk about stuff goes when things are taken. When you can't sell it at the market, you can't sell it in any legitimate way, things end up on Thieves' Row.
oh, I know this place intimately then.
Yes and no. We'll get to that in a moment. You know Thieves' Row. You've been there. You spent several times there. But I do have one lead. I know at least which I can tell you the people we brought on who disappeared at that time, who took the belongings and just scauntered off. There was hello, do you remember? And the Goliath nods, and basically holds out a finger. Finger's not attached to anything, but it's a finger. No, Eldon, no. Not what I meant. There's a dragonborn, a dwarf, a human. We brought them in together. And they're the ones who had access to my bedroom and all my belongings. So I know you're looking for them. If you find the Dragonborn, he was very odd. He couldn't stay looking in one direction for more than 2 seconds, and they're kind of a greenish, scaly tint.
The others didn't stand out too much.
Are you being specious?
Can I make an insight check to see if the dwarf and the other person were the ones that this person's talking about?
You can.
Cool. Hey, +0, natural 20.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like the dwarf that's being looked for and the human are different folks. You do remember though that the dwarf and the halfling you met before said that they were meeting the head of the market.
Okay. Well, it's not a human, so no, not the same.
Well, the best I can tell you is if you can get to get out to Thieves Row and just look around, find around. They're gonna be trying to sell it. That's what everybody does. All that stuff. That's what I need. When you hear that you have to go to Thieves Row, Alex, you do know how that you're supposed to get there. Thieves Row is located in Enferacuse, in the southeast corner or southwest corner of the city, and you can access it because you can kind of get to the doors, but you need two things to enter. You know that you need to be able to speak the language to be able to say it, to be able to get in. But you also know you need to know the password, and the password changes each day. You haven't been there today. Well, off you pop. I just, bring me back my brooch. You can, and they kind of have a shaky. They have a shaky stone. They have in their hand like this a stone that they're looking to hand you, Ozen.
Okay.
Just look on there when you get it, and then let us know. We will let you know where to meet us.
Okay. I'll put this stone in one of my pockets.
Great. And take care. Don't. Before you go, don't have to. And they looks at kind of how big a lot of the group is. You don't have to murder them. I don't necessarily need them to die. In fact, what I would like, just if you would like a bonus, I have an idea. If you could bring one of them back so I can find out how they got out of the manor. I want to know from them how they got out. Could you, if that's, I will give you all a bonus if you can bring one back so I can ask them.
By the way, the Dragonborn, what color was he?
Oh, greenish, right, Ozu? Right? Not right. And you see the Goliath. Basically, still has the finger in hand and shakes the finger like yes, Edel does. Edel, and yes, oh yes, greenish hue. I know I was right.
Was that finger from one of the thieves?
Eldo gives you a stern look.
It just might help us identify them.
Eldo grunts. Human. Well, I think that's enough for sharing of information. You should be all fine. Oh, take me away. And you see that El just basically turns the chair and starts wheeling them towards one of the larger buildings inside the market.
Okay, so are we all going to the thieves market trying to find out how to get in here, or what's the plan here, folks?
You know the password?
I do not, but there's got to be someone down there that does.
I bet I could get it out of
The
someone.
problem is that it changes every day, and I don't go there often enough to know what it is each day.
You know who might?
Other members of the Thieves Guild that tend more frequently.
Roll roll a history check.
A measly 10.
You can't think of anybody in particular at the moment where you know, like, you could just go to. You do know that a few of the bars you could go to and probably run into somebody. The two that come to mind are the Glistening Elf and the Rock Bottom Inn.
But I know a couple of places we can go, or we might be able to find out.
Okay, lead the way.
One's the Glistening Elf, and then the Rock Bottom Inn.
All right. Should we split up, or should we all just each go to each one at a time?
I mean,
Well,
I'm new to this city, so I don't think we should split up. But you guys know it better than I do.
I actually have never been here before, so
well, I can try to see what I can find out. It'll be a little bit easier for me as one of them.
I mean, we could just follow behind you.
That should work.
All right.
all right. That sounds like a plan.
And if I run into any trouble,
Yell the word moist.
All right. So you decide
there we
you
go.
decide you're all going to go together. You set off. Both of these inns and bars are located inside Slumside. So you're heading in that direction. Which one are you choosing to go to?
Which one's closest?
They're about the same distance. The Glistening Elf is closer to Thieves Row than the Rock Bottom Inn, which is a little bit further north.
Well,
Do we have?
We'll go to Rock Bottom Inn first, and then try to Glistening Elf second, since that it would be more along the way if we don't find anything out at the Rock Bottom Inn.
Great. So you make your way into Slumside. Guards are kind of seeming like they're rather lax today. Nobody must have caused any major issues in the city in the last day or so. You can tell, that the guards are a little pokey about travel a bit over the bridge some days than others. But nobody has any issues. There's nobody really out there guarding anything. You easily make your way in and across Slumside, making your way towards the Rock Bottom Inn. As you arrive, kind of walking out of the bar, Alex, you notice the same three people singing a song that was outside the other bar, outside the other inn. They're walking out of the Rock Bottom Inn. A bit of a different order. There was two humans on either side. Previously with a half elf in the middle. Now you can see the half elf and one of the humans is holding up the other human. And they're singing a different song, carrying the middle person out of the bar.
Okay.
Place of peace has been free. And you walk past this fun little bit of noise, and into towards the bar.
Yep.
Okay. Entering into the bar, it is pretty light, still pretty early in the evening. People haven't all arrived for the end of the day ritual. Dinner looks like dinner's just starting to get served. You know that the tavern owner that is in there is named Tobias, and you don't see them, but you do see his charge, a young girl, kind of sitting up on the bar, helping direct the bartender to disperse drinks.
Okay. Do I see any signs of like hidden or messages in thieves' can't anywhere?
You do. It's something you're familiar with above the bar. Basically says, when in need, ask for the deed.
Ask for the what?
Deed.
The deed?
Yes. You can tell it's a popular advertising phrasing.
Okay, then I will walk up to the charge and say, I need the deed.
Eloise looks, and you recognize Eloise as the bar's basically child mascot. And yes. Oh, hold on, Uncle. In from the back, Tobias, who is the inn owner, walks out. Again, he is a white-haired half elf. What do you need, little one? He's asking for the deed. Oh, okay. He turns to you and he recognizes you from being in there a few times. Yes. How can I help you?
And I'll walk up closer, or I'll lean closer in Elvish and say, do you happen to know what the password for the day is for the zero?
And back in Elvish, she's like, I haven't been there today, but I did send one of my couriers there. Elzu! And he yells in the back. Elzu, get out here. You see a halfling that looks rather bruised come through the door. Yes, boss. Yes, what can I do for you? This fine gentleman needs an escort to the row. Can you handle that? Yes, boss. I can do that. I can go back. And you see this, it's just a halfling. Looks like they're a little worse for wear at the moment.
I take it your last visit didn't go too well?
Oh no, this is not it's not from the row. Just poor choices while being a tour guide. You would understand. But no, I can get you there. No worries.
All right.
Did you all walk in the bar too?
Yeah, Clawthorn went to have a seat, have a look around.
I would have stayed outside.
Yeah, getting a drink.
I was gonna say, Tekken, it's happy hour. Your favorite drink is on sale.
I am a recovering alcoholic, so I must play out my fantasies in the fantasy world.
Okay. They cheers you, serve you, and say hooray. Elzu makes his way out. Finish your drink in plenty of time. Leads you out towards the bottom of the city. It takes a little bit of time to get walking down there, so we pass into nightfall at this point by the time you reach the entrance of the row. At the entrance of the row, It seems like part of the city. It's built easily between streets and alleyways, easily traversable. But for some reason, the last part of the city where you could try to gain access, like there's no roads, but you can tell there's easily something behind the buildings, but before the city gates and city walls. You walk up to, for those of you who are uninitiated, you see that the young halfling is leading you towards what looks to be just another brick wall in between buildings. Elzu looks around quite a bit. Everyone give me a perception check.
Do I need higher than a 22?
No.
Because that's my passive perception.
Okay. I
It
will.
was 12.
Anyone else?
20.
My passive perception is wait.
I
Oh
have
yeah, it's 15.
Tekken.
Was it 15?
All right. You all, when you were walking over, you all know over on the corner, just as you got to get to this wall, and you looking around, and Alex, you know that this is an entry wall. There is one guard out on the corner who looks kind of shifty.
Hey, what's his deal over there? He doesn't quite look like a normal guard. Hey, buddy.
Am I familiar with this guard?
No. The guard at the "Hey buddy" turns around. What do you want?
You
Move
look a little
along.
out of place here. Seem
No.
a little out of place here, stranger.
No city guard is out of place anywhere they wish to be. Move along.
My instincts are telling me that you're not a normal city guard, though.
Are you impugning my honor?
No,
Young lady,
sir.
I feel like you are not in the right place or the right frame right now.
No, I am not. I am a druid. I'm not used to being in cities.
At that point, the how close is everybody else right now to Cloththorn?
I'm about 20 feet away.
Okay.
I'm close to the guide, so and I will actually turn to Clothorn and be like, sometimes in certain areas it's best to mind your own business, or you end up like him.
So, because
And I
and
pointed to our guide who's all bruised up.
Tekken, where are you? Are you closer to the wall? Or are you closer to where Clawthorn was by that corner?
Wasn't all that outside?
It's all outside. It's all visible. I'm just trying to get a distance.
I was inside grabbing a drink, so.
Oh
I don't know
no!
where
You got to finish your drink. You got to finish it and then moved out of the bar.
We did a time jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yep. You finished your drink and everybody made their way down towards this entrance down in Slumside. Either you are at this point. There's a wall that Elzu has led you to that you kind of interpreted this is going to be an entry point, but nothing has changed, and there's this guard on the corner that's probably about 30 feet out from this wall. So at this point, you could either be closer to the wall or closer to Clawthorn, who's decided to make it a point to kind of walk out towards the guard and poke at them a bit.
I'll be with Clawthorn.
Okay. Upon hearing the mind your own business, the guard is like, absolutely right. Citizens mind their own things, we mind ourselves, and we keep everyone safe. That's how it's supposed to be.
All right there, buddy. Well, you have yourself a nice day.
The guard is utterly confused by all of this. He basically looks very hard at you, feels fed up, and starts just kind of going in the other direction. On the roll I had, you failed upward. Because I was even the 50-50 I gave him from staying or going, you got it. So, at that point, Elzu sees that the guard leaves and pokes 3 bricks. They all kind of push inward. And then the wall kind of slides inward with that. Come on, quick, come on. We don't need him coming back.
I'll slump through.
All right. Yep. Follow everyone through the wall.
Everyone makes their way through. On the other side of the wall, looks to be what would have been, a built-in alleyway that has a heavy steel set of doors on the other side. You can also see above the doors there are several slanted openings that makes it seem like if somebody pushed a lever, all the slants would kind of open up and you'd be able to kind of see through the window a bit, but not get through it. Elzu gets up to the door, knocks 3 times, and you hear a bit through the door, a bit spelled, not really through the door, but a bit of a spell. Password. The waffles are excellent today. And you hear a click, and another click, and a slide, and the door unlocks and swings backward. You're now entering Thieves' Row. With that, we'll take a short break to give everybody a chance to kind of refresh before we start inside Thieves' Row. Thank you all.
It's funny. One of us knew the password and didn't realize it.
No, they did not. But hey, that's how we go. We will be back in about 5-10 minutes, and we'll see you then. we are back. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you had a good break. We did as well. We are here back in Evils of Enferacuse, and as we left off, we are entering the Thieves' Row to be able to try to find the missing brooch. So, we'll get started. As upon entering Thieves' Row, you all see, and Alex, you're the most familiar with it, you see that it's set up like that. There is a lot of shopping going on. There's only a few alcoves or like buildings in this space because it's so close up to the city walls. It's kind of looks like this was at some point just jammed in here. Like the architecture was changed of however the city was built to kind of just fit this little row in here to be able to sell stuff and also kind of meet in some dank, dark places at times. Even though it is nighttime, it seems like the shops and the shopkeepers are bustling. That there is activity. There's people shouting and trying to get people in for some shopping, even though it's getting into the evening. I'd say go. It's an actual row. It's the way it's described. It kind of is a linear kind of space. Elzu turns, well, since I've gotten you all in here and I don't know what you're doing and don't want to be a part of it, I'm going to go now. Everybody have a great time.
All right. Thanks very much. You have yourself a great rest of your night.
Elzu goes. Elzu just lets you all go by and just kind of makes their way back to the door. And you guys kind of see everything laid out in front of you. There are shops you can go to. There are alcoves. There's people. Anyone have a desire in your search here?
All right, Alex. These seem to be your stomping grounds. Where do you recommend starting out?
Well, anybody that's selling jewelry would be the logical choice.
There are at least 3 stands that fence in jewelry. But if something's really good, anybody buys it.
But there's 3 fences.
Jewelry specific.
Well, there's 3 fences I know that would be the good starting point.
Everyone
Yes,
agree?
be careful what you say. Saying the wrong thing tends to cause people to get beat up or disappeared.
Yeah, this seems like that kind of place.
So is that what happened to that guy up in the fountain? He said the wrong thing and he disappeared.
Oh, you mean the one that was helping carry crates?
Yeah, that human.
I don't think so. I remember seeing them helping the people and then just up and disappearing.
Oh, okay.
Like they vanished or something. But that's not what I'm referring to here.
The 3 jewelry fences are kind of equaled out. You have one that's rather close in the row. You've entered Thieves' Row a little bit not towards the middle, but like towards the 3/4 mark. So there's 1 to your right and 2 going down to the left.
Well, the closest fence is towards the right over here.
Yes, you point right.
Yeah.
So Everyone making their way down to the fence?
Sure.
Okay. Everybody starts to go down that way. And the first fence, you can tell it's a jewelry shop. There's a lot of folks around who are just kind of holding out some necklaces to who appears to be the owner. Is who is and a croca. Just yep, give me, yep, mine, shiny, mine, shiny. They appear to be just kind of looking at each individual object and tossing it back if they don't want it, and then ever so often taking one and handing out a bit of gold. Mine. Oh, whoever's got if anyone's got me on right now, it's reverbing. Just be careful. But that's what you see. You see them in the open air market. Mine, yes, mine.
Well, hello there, my friend. How are you doing this fine evening?
Ben. No, I know you. Don't know you.
I know, I'm just ruffling your feathers a little bit, so to speak, if you get my drift. Hey.
They actually ruffle at that point.
Anyway.
Does that mean cringe or laughing? I don't know.
No, looks uncomfortable at the statement.
Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah. You necklace for me this time. Necklace.
No, I was hoping you might be able to help me locate something.
Buy. Oh, buy. Yes, buy. You want buy? Yes. What do you want?
Have you by chance acquired a black brooch recently?
No, brooch. No, brooch bad. Necklace great. Necklaces great. Sell.
Okay.
Mine. He grabs one without kind of looking. Looks at it. Tosses it back.
Do we see any brooches there?
No, you do not. You see a lot of necklaces, few rings, a lot of the jewelry kind of things.
Who's the most likely person to buy a brooch?
Brooch. Material? Brooch? Material.
It's mostly black.
Ugly. Ugly. No one? No one. Who buy ugly? At this point, he's starting to think you're not going to buy anything. And it's really starting to turn his attention away back out to anybody else around.
Well, I will pull out. Just give me a moment here.
Did we have any starting money for this campaign? Don't remember.
Yes, you would have a starting set of gold. If you didn't, I'd say roll a 2d20s. That's about where you're at.
All right.
Write that one down.
And that was gold?
2d20s of gold. So say where you're at.
19.
I will pull out 5 gold and say, Here's for the trouble.
Oh, mine, yes, trouble, mine. No, wait, no, trouble. No trouble, but just mine.
He takes your gold. Looks, craw, bites a bit. Good. Brooch. Which had more brooch? Look down. Look not around here at least. I have no brooch here. And he kind of points to the end you guys are on. And you know, kind of looking around on that end of the row. That's where he's pointing to.
So try a different area of the market. Got it.
The
Good.
other ones are down.
Bye next time. Ah, mine. Who you? Mine. And he turns his attention to some of the other patrons.
All right. I guess we should check out some of the other stalls.
Well,
You can. The next one is down the other direction, past the entrance you went by.
Okay, so it'll be on like the other side.
Yes.
How about the rest of y'all? Where are you guys going?
I'm just following your lead.
Okay.
I will lead the others to the other.
I'm the
jewelry,
guy you need to have somebody get
thanks.
intimidated. Call me when that is needed.
Give it just about a sec. So you're gonna lead them down the other side, right?
Yep.
You get back towards the entrance that you guys came past. Tekken, you notice that the dwarf and the halfling that you were seeing argue earlier you're coming through the entrance at this point and are arguing. They're still both holding the small sack. Let me roll for them real quick.
Clawthorn whispers real quick, hey, didn't they mention that one of them was a dwarf?
Let's see.
Yeah, I think one of them was.
Human and a dwarf.
It'd be interesting if they were the ones in possession of it.
Oh, this is Tekken. They're not paying enough attention, and they walk right into you.
What happens? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The dwarf and the other people?
The dwarf and the halfling not paying attention because you guys are coming across. Basically, you're arguing and walk into you.
Oh, looky. Little runts.
It's hello again. Oh, hi there. Oh, hi there. Yep, we'll be on our way. And
What happened to the bag? If they... What happened to that small bag they were holding?
Well, you weren't there for that, so you wouldn't know.
they're still holding this small bag together that they ran into you with.
You two. I'm looking for something.
Yes.
I'm looking for a little black brooch. Have you seen one? I'm gonna get down, real down to the dwarf and everyone. It's just like get real close. And I have the bull ring in, and I have that typical steam that comes out when I get close.
Roll intimidation and advantage.
Wow, nice. Oh,
19 plus 3 for the first one.
oh, geez.
19 plus 3 for the second.
Both are good. So, the elf.
I just rolled 3 19s in a row. I'm on fire.
Nice. I'm glad your system must be
Ow.
working. The one thing I've noted today is like trying to do online rolling in D&D Beyond is going slow as molasses. But you
Yeah, I
definitely
use my phone when you
well
try
that
using the phone app.
that's the way to go because I have this all set up there too. But no matter what, you they had no ability to get past that. So the halfling looks super afraid at this point. It's like back you need a brooch, black brooch. Oh god. Yes, we've seen one. It was there was these people. They were they were leaving the upper area. And at this point he's starting to ramble like he's losing himself. Going they're here.
Where?
They were. I know when we were here earlier, they were down, and they're pointing to the long corridor, of the row. They were heading in this direction, trying to sell, trying to get rid of stuff.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Stop it, Siri. So they're pointing down the direction all four of you were headed.
Hey, are you just saying that to get rid of us?
No, kind
Yes,
of.
no.
Can
Oh,
I inside check them?
What's in the bag?
So you do your insight check, and then we'll get to that question.
Something loud in the bag.
Skills.
Oh man.
Big numbers, big numbers. 15.
They will say anything to not get pummeled.
If we
I
find
got
your
an 18 on that.
line just to get away, we're gonna hunt you down, right?
Yeah, yes. There's three of them. There was a human. There was a dragonborn. I didn't really see the other one, but they
A green dragonborn by chance?
Elbows the dwarf. Yes. Green.
Insight check.
You don't even have to insight that at this point. Like you could tell that there was like a yes, like go with it kind of thing.
Okay.
Yes. Human. Human was wearing a red cape. Red cape. That stood out.
How about you guys come with us just in case we get. I put my hand on their shoulder and just pat.
I'm gonna get back to the question that was asked. Do you wish to ask your question about the bag that you were looking to ask, Alex?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get back to that. They look at the bag. They're still both holding the bag. Delivery? We have delivery to take.
That can wait. That can wait.
What is it that you're delivering?
Just something to the owner of the market. Yes, just to the owner of the market.
Is that the brooch?
No, absolutely not.
Open up the bag and let's see.
They're very apprehensive. They both lower. Again, you have your one hand on their shoulder at this point, though.
And I squeeze a little bit tighter.
So
Listen.
they lower the bag, and they kind of they're very gingerly opening it and kind of hold it out in front of all of you. Inside, you all see a rose that appears to be made out of crystal.
All right. Would like to do an Arcana check.
Go ahead.
12.
You sense that this is vaguely magical.
What more do you know about this, Rose? Because I sense some kind of power coming off it.
They kind of look at each other, and dwarf pipes in. We don't exactly know. The last couriers, and they look at each other a little bit. Exploded.
Well, that's not very good. I assume that's why you're anxious to get rid of this little trinket, then.
Oh yes we are. Oh yes we are.
Well, there's an easy solution to this, you know. One of you go deliver it, the other comes with us.
The dwarf gets a little more bolsterous at this point. Absolutely not. I will not get my money if I let go of this bag. Looks very hard at the halfling.
Well, I mean, my friends here, we could convince you to leave that bag.
They Tekken, at the sight of being convinced anything, they look at you.
Look at everyone else and goes, "This is getting too complicated and even more aggressive for even me. We're gonna walk him, deliver this shit," and I point to him, to the dwarf, and I put a finger on him, and then you show me exactly where those people went. Let's get moving, wasting time. I'm hungry.
Oh my
You
god.
won't like this guy when he's hungry.
At this point, feeling the dwarf not knowing if you're going to eat him is is basically like we can show you what we know. Let's show them where we have to go. And so they stay with the hand on their shoulder or whatnot. Will start taking you towards that alley, like towards that other end of the row. So they start leading you along. They lead you past. Alex, they lead you past the first jewelry space. They just go walking right past it. Just past that jewelry shop, though, Clawthorn, you notice there's a bunch of cages that look awful familiar to you. You can't they're somewhat obscured by a tarp, but there's some movement, and the cages kind of remind you of something.
Hey, what are you selling here?
I'm not selling nothing. And you see a human just kind of slowly get in front and put their arm over stuff. Not selling anything.
Well then, why are you down in the market if you're not selling nothing?
My business.
And what is your business?
Well, Thorn, let's move along.
My business.
Well, what if I want to know your business?
Hey, big guy, could you convince him to move along?
How big is he?
How big are you, Clawthorn?
Clawthorn is probably not as big.
Your druid space. Let's see if we take a quick look through here.
Let's see. Description: about 5'3", 150. So not that big.
Cool. I am the Minotaur, so I'm considered a large creature which can double my lifting capacity. I can lift up to 500 pounds. So I just look at you.
Yeah,
Come now.
hey,
But I
you
just pick
put
you-
me down.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
No, there's animals in those cages. All right, you know what? Fine. Whatever. Let's go.
I put you down.
But frustratingly starts to walk with the rest of you guys.
Oh, Ozen, are you there?
Ozen did have to take a phone call.
Oh, okay. So, let's see there. So Oz, I got it. Be right back. Okay, we'll play this out a little bit though, just to kind of give it some space if Ozen can still hear. So at this point, you hear, "Oh, hey, Ozen, how you doing?"
Yeah, what?
Sorry about that. When you see Clawthorn get picked up quite a bit, and start to be moved away. At this point, you hear several squawks and like chippers and things from underneath the tarp.
I knew it. There
No, wait. Well, at the same time, you feel the stone that you were handed, that you put in the pocket in the pouch next to you, gets really hot.
How close am I to the cage?
You are, because everybody's kind of grouped together following the two. You're pretty close. It gets real. You can feel it just on your side getting warm.
Hold
above
on.
table.
Hold
What
on.
was
I
the-
pull out the stone.
A bunch at that point. You also feel like your hat is moving. You kind of feel like, oh, what is going on? And in fact, it's not the hat, but all this pink dust that was somehow trapped and caught in your hat just starts to pulse pink. And your stone that you're holding starts to pulse pink. And then there is a really bright flash.
What actually just happened?
Well, you're muted. And in front of you appears this person carrying basically a shield, very bewildered.
Whoa. Where did you come from?
Hermaine,
Hi.
you were just basically the last thing you remember, you were on that corner, and everything went pink, like bright colored pink. That is the last thing you generally remember, and you are now, you kind of appear after another bright pink light to be in some other place, a bit more grimy and kind of looking crazy that you have never been to before.
Can you... I toss off the hat.
Same
and I
way
pull
they
out
disappeared.
Weren't you the guy?
I'm really glad the microphone is picking up the screen.
Me too.
To be honest with you.
So yes, this
You don't
person.
want to make too much of a ruckus. We're in these rows.
Is it normal for people to just disappear from up there and wind up in cages down here? I mean,
Well, when magic's
was-
involved, I would think
I was
so.
in the cage. I've forgotten the accent I did earlier, so you're getting this now. Enjoy the third transition of accents.
I think it's the fourth.
Tekken and Clawthorn, give me a perception check.
So, just for clarification, did I come out of his hat, or was I the stone, or was I in a cage?
You just appeared out of nothingness.
Oh, I appeared out of
Pink,
nothing. Okay.
pink nothingness.
Delicious.
Just like earlier, you disappeared in pink nothingness.
I'm gonna kill that merchant. I'm gonna kill that merchant. He better have my money. I better have my money.
11.
Okay, that's one. Tekken, what's your perception?
Great.
15.
Okay, you notice specifically that the guy who you were basically carrying them off from, it saw the flash, and basically, is trying to just disappear into the rows. Do anything about it?
So this is the who?
The guy who was saying that was his business. It's my business, mine.
He's trying to run.
He basically is trying to nonchalantly disappear behind stuff.
And this is from the corridor?
Yep.
Or is it one of the 3 race characters that we've been looking for? A human, a dragonborn, or a dwarf?
It is a human.
It's a human?
It's a human.
Is he wearing a red cape?
No.
Hmm.
We're gonna lose our guide if we keep dallying.
Sorry, I just wanted to scream again.
You'll be fine. We'll get you out of here. It was nice of you to help those elderly people, though.
Hermaine.
I'm not sure it was.
Hermaine. You also notice as you start to kind of feel around, make sure you're all whole in person and everything again. You notice your holy item is
Testicles.
your holy item is missing.
Oh no.
No, it's fucking
Okay.
He just starts sobbing.
All right.
He doesn't know how to be chill. I've got a disadvantage on stealth because of my armor, but it's legit just because of her main.
Okay. So, Gray, are you gonna let them melt into that guy melt into the background, or are you gonna do anything?
How far away?
They are within reach.
I will slam my great axe into the wall, right into their pathway, so it just.
Okay. They do stop because they don't want any of that. And slowly turn. I have nothing to do with him. Nothing. And point to Hermaine. Nothing to do with that. I didn't do that.
Do you like the color pink?
Whoa, hey, how about you set me down before you start throwing axes around there, buddy?
Where's the green dragonborn?
Round the corner. And points to basically the next alcove around from you.
Oh, well, that pretty much sums that up, doesn't it?
You can have them, you can have any of the animals go. Just please leave me alone.
Oh, we're still on this guy. I thought it was somebody coming from that corridor. Damn it!
No, he is pointing you in a direction around the corridor. Your elf and your halfling, seeing this and say, are also like, this is the way we were going. Yes.
Yeah, so we were already on there. We're just doubling back because.
Oh, we got stopped because there was
the shady paladin appeared.
Well, this is the dude that didn't want anything to do with us before, anyways, right?
Yep.
So I don't want nothing to do with you. Wow, someone's here. I'm interested.
Well, it's more like you basically nearly hit him with an axe, so he's like, yes, please do the thing over there.
Well, I made it seem way more like he was doing something way more shadier. That's why I went aggro. Okay. Take my axe out, and I'm like, I'm going this way. Fuck this. And I go straight to the door, and if there is a door, I kick it fucking in.
There's a gate. There's a gate.
I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting.
Yep.
Okay, I do my ramming feature. I just fucking barrel my head down and just full force it.
Is Cawthorn still being carried by you?
No, I dropped you a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As soon as you say that, okay, I'll go with you, is when I dropped you.
Oh, all right.
You get to a gate. You ram it. Does your ramming feature do anything specific?
Yeah. I mean, for people, but I don't know how you want to rule this against the gate.
What does it do? I'm just trying to think about what it's going to do in response to you.
Well, if a person has to make a strength saving throw or get pushed back 10 feet, and I also have my horn, so it may do damage. But I'm also a 7-foot tall, 450-pound minotaur of pure muscle, and fuck you, eat shit, and have my foot, my hoof, get stepped on you.
So the gate does fly off. That's what I was trying to determine here. The gate does fly off. At the clattering of the gate, the shopkeepers around you, because there's other folks around, kind of look. We're closing for business today. Everybody have a good one. And folks around that area of the row start to disperse. So
you just hear like the loudest like moo come over. Just
the rest of the party, you all see Tekken moving into a gate that they just basically treated like tinfoil, and they're heading that direction. The halfling and the dwarf, seeing
that the people were pointing us to.
Yes, 100%. And the elf and the halfling, seeing you destroy a door, just basically freeze. And yep, they're there. I think they must be in there.
Hermione, gathering just a slight semblance of themselves, turns to Shadow. What's your character's name?
Ozin.
Ozin, who I presume might have seen some pink from them as well, and just goes, It looks like they've gone sour. Minotaur, cut cow,
I am in full
sour.
and I just whip my head back real forcefully. It's like I'm
He
pure
apparently
muscle
gets
joint.
like that when he's hungry.
Does anyone? I'm just scared now. Like I was making a funny, and they're looking at me, and now I'm scared.
I don't know.
I haven't even raged either.
Tekken down the little corridor, you can see it's like an alleyway that just has, basically the roof is cloth canvas, so basically somebody set it up so it's not getting rained on. You can tell that around another corner that way that there is some light.
Well,
I do the menacing echo of the single slow clomps of my hoofs down this corridor.
Let's move on and follow them, shall we?
Tekken stops, turns around.
Betting you wished the pink mist hadn't brought me back, huh?
With the meanest fucking glimmer, you just see him go, fuck you. And he just turns around.
Are all elves like this?
I am a half elf. I am a high half elf. So no one's like me. I'm special.
So you make your clomping, like, menacing. You make your menacing steps down the corridor. You get to.
And I would hate to see his response when he sees the guy with the red cape.
You come down to a room. The room, it looks like it's a dead end, and you do see three figures just kind of sitting there, like hunched over what looks to be like a makeshift like table that they've set like some boards on some storage crates, just kind of peering over a few things along the boards. There is one of these figures, since their backs are turned to you, wearing red.
And I just do one.
oh no!
Slow.
A minotaur and a guy with a red cape. This is not going to end well.
All of you.
Actually, it's been found that they don't care about the color.
No, I know, but
If
just
No, I know.
I will look to the others that might be in.
I turn to
Declan's way, and I say, if you don't want to get trampled, move out of the way.
Who did you
I
say
look at
that
the
to?
I look at the guy. You might want to run.
Who are you guys saying that to? So I know specifically.
The people that
I'm
aren't the
saying
red
you
people,
might
I
want to
think.
move out of the way to, like, Fox, Flight.
Oh no. He's in the
We're
front.
behind.
Yeah, you're all behind. He's in front.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Ignore
I
everything I
went
said.
down this area. Like, you guys can see, like, probably yelling in the
Can
echoes
I
may holler.
can I see the man in the red cape?
Did you make your way down? Did
Yeah,
anybody make their
I
way
was-
down?
I was like kind of right
Yeah.
behind.
Okay. So yes, if you're at the curve, going around the corner, you see three figures. One of them's wearing a red cape.
All right, I cast entangle on the guy in the red cape.
You can do that. The what's the space for entangle? Is it just by person or is it by space?
Let me see. Grasping weeds and vines sprout in a 20-foot square from a starting point within range. But so yeah, 20-foot square from where I'm targeting, which is the guy in the red cape.
Okay. So, everyone, all three of these folks, everybody else sees these between the stones of the cobble that makes up this walkway, a tangle of and mess of vines come up and basically wrap and entwine themselves around these three figures. So
They
and just
do get a strength check.
they do. You see them at least attempting at this point. Let's see where we end up. What do they have to beat for your strength check?
Hit DC. Let's see, hold on. Where do I? Your spell save DC. 13. Huh. So yeah, I guess I got to be a 13.
All right, let's see what we come up with here. Oh, I need to do this on here because it's the trying to roll there is just going to be awful.
We really need to fix that.
You see the figure in the red cape basically just kind of like stomp on and break the vines around them as they turn around. Then the figure on the left, hold on, pulling them up. The figure on the left gets entangled as they are shaking and thrashing about. Their hood comes down, and you can see that they are the Dragonborn, the green one.
Nice. All right.
On the right hand side, let's do this again. On the right, you see. What did you say the save was?
13.
You see that the figure on the right hand side is having a little bit more trouble with it. Takes out a hand axe and kind of just chops at them to clear themselves off of it. Looking around. What does go? And they turn around and they survey the situation, seeing that there's some vines around them, but then they also see right in front of them the Minotaur that is bearing down potentially on them. And I believe you also I see you pull your weapon. Is that something I saw at some point via visual?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm about the full. Am I 20 feet away?
You're not entangled
At
in the
least-
vines. There's definitely space.
Okay.
The little space in front of you, it basically looks like it's like a larger alleyway open space, which is 30 by 40. It's not a big distance, but not bad. They are the only ones there.
I just point my axe. Where's the brooch?
with them hearing Brooch, the figure in the red cape, basically there is nothing to see here. There's no problems. We don't want any problems here. They're kind of holding up their hands. You note that they're missing a ring finger on a left hand.
Well, seems like you know our clients then.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're just here doing what we're supposed to do and minding our own business.
Doing a little bit of.
We met the Goliath that has your finger.
At that notion, they kind of exasperatedly look down. Well, this is a fine mess. At that point, they wave a hand in front of them, and on your 20 feet of vines suddenly appears 20 feet of fog.
Despite the fog, it is movement impaired.
Yes. If you would, we're gonna roll initiative here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was stating that I was full charging. That's
Oh, so
I was doing that before they did anything. That's why I was like, everyone's talking. I'm like, I'm full rushing. I've been waiting for this to go down.
all right. So before then, you were going for the full rush. Would you rather have rushed prior or to after the fog?
Oh, prior for sure.
Okay. You are. Let's see. What's your movement speed?
30. But I would be going into a. I would be going into a. Oh wait. Yeah. I'd be going into a rage and then doing it.
Okay. So we are going to make. Actually, you hear that they're done at that point. That they've moved past it, and then you rush. You are going to be the inciting thing. So you will be going first. Everyone else, roll initiative.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
22.
Who would be the first closest one to me? The cape guy?
They're basically in a line in front of you. So just because that person is center and you're center, that's what makes them closest.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Yes.
Oh, what? I would give me a moment to roll their initiative, and then we'll go from there.
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh, I think this is a nat 20 crit.
Let me see if I can get a double nat 20.
Oh,
yep.
God. Oh my
no,
god.
it's an 11.
All right.
So on the hit, that would be besides the crit, a 29. Or for crits for you, is it double dice or double the damage?
I prefer, at least for here, double dice.
Double dice.
And then I'm doing this, though it may be a moot point when we get here.
So the first guy takes 15 points of damage from the horns, and now he needs to make a strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet and be prone.
Okay, so... Oh, there's only 22. So interesting. Okay. A lot of that same number. All right. The so you're is that the middle guy, left guy, or right guy? Because I think you can hit all three, right?
That would be the guy gouged, so the middle guy, the guy with the cape, since we're centered up.
They get a strength saving, you said?
Yep, DC 15.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Did the entangle go?
The entangle is still up. They fail.
Then yeah, that's an auto fail.
Yep. And so they don't really have anywhere back to push you. You push them up against the up against like that like makeshift table they made, and basically end up prone.
I imagine that I just hit him and it's like a weeble wobble. It don't fall down. It just fucking comes right back up.
You basically have rebounded them up against like a hockey press basically at this point. Boom, and that's where they've ended up at this point. Funny enough, they have the next turn. See here.
I would be standing in front of the other two, because the other one, the point of contact would have ended where he was. I wouldn't have gone past. So he goes flying back in that 10 feet, and I'm basically right next to the other two.
All right, I have my order here. They look like you basically not only did you knock them prone at this point, you basically like knocked the wind out of them. No doubt. Oh God. You can tell because you have gotten close at this point that it's a female human that you have knocked to the ground. Then let's see. What are we gonna do now? Because we hit at the ground like that. You were the closest. All right. At this, because they are just they did not like what happened. You hear Alex in Thieves' Cant, you hear, oh shit. And you do see a fog cloud come out. They hold it for a minute and just like no, okay. Instead, then they held out both hands out towards the group. At that point, appearing below the entirety of the group, which I'm going to say is probably in a 10-foot square radius, except for Tekken, who is right there, appearing on.
Could you try again?
No, I cannot.
Damn it.
The underneath everybody's feet, a thick splash of grease has covered the rest of the ground across, like the ground around all of you. Just, thickly within like a 10-foot radius around all of you. And at that point, they grasp their chests like, oh God, just to kind of stand up. Let's see. Next, Hermaine, you witnessed this with your new compatriots that you have beamed in with. What do you choose to do?
He's gonna pull his weapon. And with bonus action, cast Searing Smite on it.
Okay.
And just go for the closest person.
All right. You can move, but if you're gonna move, you need to make a dex saving throw right now.
I'm gonna fail, but we're gonna try anyway. Well,
Where's there?
please, if I ask nicely. Hey, anybody watching want to give me a hailstone?
You make it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, awesome.
You made it.
Cool. In that case, who am I attacking?
If you're gonna say who's most likely to you, because I'm gonna say you're probably on the left hand side then. So you could attack the person who is entangled, the Dragonborn who is entangled. And as a quick check, Tekken, were you going for lethal or non-lethal?
I mean, I'm not trying to. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not trying to kill him.
Okay,
I had a roll.
that's fair. So you're then Hermione, you're gonna go towards the Dragonborn on the left.
Okay. And I will swing at him with my Searing Smite longsword. Will not hit because I rolled a 9. So
No, it will not.
never mind. Yeah, but there's Searing Smite's concentration, so that gets to hang around for a bit. And just like
the
trouble.
the light blinds them a bit as you actually glance off one of the vines and like kind of free one of their foot to move a little bit, but they're still not moving anywhere. Next is the dwarf, which has kind of taken off their hood at this point. They seem to be very annoyed of everyone being knocked down as bad as they are. They are going to. They saw that you, Tekken, had basically taken out like their leader at this point. So basically, they're gonna go for a gut shot with their axe. Let's see how it flies. Not a deadly one. Basically, poking you to try to knock your wind out. Does a 7 hit? Not a chance, right?
Nope.
Let me just check. I just BRB. Yeah, Tekken has an armor class of 17, so I don't think that hits.
I don't think so either. So, basically, they try to reach in, but let's say they trip a bit on the vine still on the ground that dang terrain, and just kind of like waft it so it hits the ground before they can actually hit Tekken. All right, Clawthorn, you're next.
All right. So the human in the red cloak is impaled on the horns. Am I correct?
Oh no, they didn't go for lethal, so they got knocked. They basically got knocked to the ground and just kind of repositioned themselves back upright, very much holding their stomach.
Okay, and the dragonkin is entangled. So Clawthorn. Is that trying to? Clawthorn is going to shift into her long-tooth form, using her bonus action, and then jump and lunge at the dwarf, attempting to do non-lethal damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
Do I need to do the dex first?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 10. Did I make it?
You did.
Okay. All right. So attack roll. So that's going to be an unarmed strike, I believe. As bonus action, you use your fangs to make an unarmed strike. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to do my unarmed strike here. So let's see. That was a 7 to hit. Probably not.
That's going to be a miss. As you go for the bite with that, you also seem to be tripping up on those vines and just kind of they're able to twist a bit out of the way to avoid it.
Okay, that would no, because that counts as an action, so that would. All right.
That end your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's an action and a bonus action.
Next, the Dragonborn is going to attempt to get out of the vines at this point. And they are going to be able to do so. They basically hack the vines off around them to free themselves. They...
I would like them to fail, please.
You would like them to fail. They did not fail. Unless, oh wait, did you give me anything to make me fail?
No, but I would just like them to.
Oh, okay. That I do understand the want then per se.
He was trying the power of wishful thinking.
I have a ton of points, but I'm not allowed to spend them when I'm in the game.
I know, but I wasn't sure if something came up that I was unaware of because it's one of those things that I hadn't looked at the moment. But they free themselves. They are. Let's see who they're gonna look at. Ozen, they're gonna look at you. And they're gonna hold out their hand and they're gonna say, "Flee." And you need to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom. I'm out.
Oof.
You're out?
What did you get?
4.
Oh no. Okay, so basically you hear this little tickle in your ear. It says, we can't do this," and you turn around and start walking back out of the hallway. We'll say you get to the just to the edge.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. And then, yes.
Question for flee: does it mean I have to run away, or I can't go any further than where I am?
The way I'm ruling this, because it's things that you would most likely do, I'm gonna say you're walking within this space. There's nothing been that scary enough that I feel like that with the natural space you would run. Which is how I would play this. Okay. That moves on to Alex. Your go.
So, how far spread out are they at this point?
They were at the start shoulder to shoulder. They're probably about a half foot apart. Not terribly, they were not terribly spread apart at this point when they started.
Okay. I will move around to get within melee range with one of them while trying to avoid being engaged with the others.
Do you know which one you would like to get close to?
The one that just cast the spell.
Okay. So the one that cast the spell is the Dragonborn. They are free from the vines now.
So then I'll go for them. When I approach them, is there any other creatures within 5 feet of me
Are you approaching them from the center or from the left?
from the left?
No.
Okay. I'm asking because it matters for my ability to sneak attack. Is Rakish Audacity. It's tricky.
Okay. So you're going to go in for an attack that way.
Yep.
Go ahead. Let me know what you get here.
A 19.
That's a hit.
No. 16 points of damage.
Okay. You hit them, and you get since you came up on the side and they just freed themselves, they really didn't see it coming. So it really kind of just smacks them right hard across the face. You definitely rang a bell for them. A little bit more confused and like not anticipating that was going to happen. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Ozen, you're next. Ozen, you can start with a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 12.
You stop, but you difficulty turning around.
Okay. I'll just wait here, and I'll lean against the wall. Just twiddle my thumbs
Okay.
for now.
For now. Okay. Then back around to Tekken. You are again front and center in front of the human with the red cloak.
Alrighty. So I got both of them in front of me?
You, based on where you ended up, you are within reach of all three. Think of if we were to look at straight in front of you is the red cloak, off to your right is the dwarf, and off to your left is the dragonborn.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of like put my weapon back and go, I'd rather have fun with my hands. And because I'm raging and I am a Path of the Beast, my form of Beast Claws come out, which allow me to attack twice at level 3. 2 claw attacks against him.
Which one specifically?
We'll go Dragonborn.
Okay. Go ahead.
Alrighty, and because I'm raging, I get a +2, so that's a +9 to the hit. 13 plus 9 for 21 for the first one.
That hits.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Also hits.
Alrighty, here we go. So that's going to be 7 plus 5 is 12 points of damage.
All right. You swipe them right across the face, basically. Not turning them inside out, but like full hits.
My hammering horns actually immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack as part of the action on your turn. You can use a bonus action to try and target another target with your horns. So I'll go with the other one as a bonus action for the third attack.
To the human or the
Well, the
dwarf?
first one was the Dragonborn, so I have to do the other one now.
Okay.
Because I pushed the other one back, or did he come up yet?
You couldn't push them back based on where they were. There was no back to it.
Well, I'm not looking to push them back. I'm allowed to do it as a bonus action. I would have to. A part of the attack is using this feature. The bonus action would be pushing them back. I'm not looking to do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to get the extra attack out of it because it's a part of the feature.
Okay. Oh, so you do have to attack the Dragonborn that way, or you can choose another target. That's what I was trying to figure out.
No, okay, so I attack the Dragonborn twice with my claws.
Yep.
I now have to choose another target for my horns. That's the guy right next to me as well. So
Okay.
I attack this guy to my right, I look left, and I hit the other guy
I
with my...
believe attacking with your offhand would be a bonus action.
All right. So you go ahead and roll for it.
Well, this is a part of my race feature. That's going to be a 19 plus 7 plus 2, so 28.
That's gonna hit.
That one will take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Now that's my turn.
All right. They also did not see that coming as well, and are basically caught abreast as that the horn swipes them across the face. Like basically, you gave them a "What are you looking at?" and swiped them right in the head.
Yeah.
Okay. They again are the next person to go, so they basically take a shot to the face, and are extremely unprepared for what to do about it. They then will decide that just run, and they point to the ground, and a 20 foot in every direction is within fog. So all three of your adversaries are in fog, and I would say that also Tekken, Clawthorn, Alex, and Hermaine, you're all in fog as well.
Okay. They do have a reduced movement speed because it's difficult terrain.
Let's see. Yes, because it's the terrain is still there.
Yep.
It's heavily obscured in the area. So basically, if you're attacking, you're going to attack at disadvantage if you're within the sphere.
Okay.
So next is Hermaine.
Sorry, dealing with the cat. Hold on. You go over there. He's trying to get at my food. Well, I'll just attack at disadvantage then. With my... Well, does my weapon provide any light?
Where's a good gust when we need one?
I mean, not really. It is... Oh my god, Beans! It's on fire, but I wouldn't say that it's helping with the fog. So I'll just attack at disadvantage then, with my longsword.
Which one are you
Problem
going to?
is we need something to disperse
Whoever's
the
in front of
fog,
me.
not light it up.
Now, I believe you attacked at the Dragonborn last time, right? So they're the one in front of
Yeah.
you.
Cool.
Go ahead.
And my screen froze. We love that for me. I can't actually tell what I rolled.
It says a
Oh, there we go. I rolled.
hit was a 10. Huh?
Does a 10 hit? Hang on. Yeah, does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit. So you swing
Yep.
your fiery sword around, and what you appeared to you to be like solid and totally a person, you slam into, and you slam through it because there's nothing there. Okay.
I'm doing real well.
Let's see. Where's the other one? Um, the let's roll for this. The you all hear to the right hand side a lot of scuffling back towards the back wall. Where is it? Where? Oh, and just exasperation back there. Uh, Clawthorn, you're next.
All right. So about how far away do I can't see where the noise is coming from.
You
But them trying-
perceive that it is back towards the center.
Okay. So back to where I perceive that coming from. I am going to. I think I can still do this while I'm in my shifted form. This will, because I'm concentrating on de-entangle, I think this will cancel that. I'm going to target that area with a flaming sphere.
What does that do?
A 5-foot diameter sphere appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends and turns within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. Must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful.
Okay. You can do that.
All right. Would I remember if there was still the oil there?
You mean the grease from earlier?
Yes.
It's behind you.
Okay. So yeah, so we'll do that. So cast the flaming sphere to the spot where I heard the noise coming from. To where they were trying to fidget with whatever.
And what's the dex save you have to hit?
Let me see. That is 13.
All right. So you cast this flame. Oh no! And you hear a bit of a yelp in front. All of you see that like around the towards the end of the hallway, like or end of the large space around the table, there is now a bright light and a clearing in the fog where there's a big ball of fire. You also see that the dwarf's cloak has caught on fire, and they're like splashing themselves as they're trying to put it out. And you said how much damage did they take from that?
2d6 fire damage on a failed save.
They failed that. So would you like to roll?
Yes, absolutely.
And what do they take? What do they take if they make the save? Anything or no?
Half.
Okay, roll twice then.
Okay, roll twice. So it was a 10 on the first one. That was the first 2d6.
That was a dwarf. Go ahead and roll another one.
Okay. And then a 6 on the second.
You also noticed, which you really didn't see before, that jumping somewhat next to you, but still caught in the fire, was the red cloaked human. Upon heading in your direction, they jumped to try to avoid the flames, caught a bit of it, and landed headfirst on the ground. They are knocked out.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's the end of my turn. And unfortunately, at that point, I'm probably going to have to head out because I'm getting kind of tired. I have to be up early.
No worries. I understand. I think we're right around rounding. We're rounding home as we speak.
All right.
Thank you for
Anyway,
coming.
have a good night, all.
Appreciate
Thank you
you.
for inviting me. It was fun. Enjoy the rest of the campaign.
Thank you much. Let's see. Next is going to be our Dragonborn sees their compatriot has fallen to the ground. They are very scared at this point. And at this point, basically put their hands down and like, nope. I think we're done here. We're done. Okay.
What did you do? Oh no.
What did who do?
I don't know if you can hear me. I cannot hear you guys. Beans has fucked me.
No, we can't. We can hear you just fine, which is more hilarious at some level. The Dragonborn has kind of put their hands up to say that they are done with this. Ozen, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Guess I'm going further down. I made a 4.
Also, make a dex save.
I thought I would already be past the.
I forgot to do it before, so we're gonna see about flavor here.
Okay. -1.
Okay, so upon you start thinking, no, I have to leave. You turn a bit to do that. You slip and fall on your face. It shakes you, and you're like, "What was I doing?" And you now can kind of move in that back in the other direction.
Okay. I am going to crawl out of the grease.
Okay, you can do so.
I forgot to make my deck save as well.
I know. I got lost in there for a bit of it. That's all right. Second, is your turn. The only one who's still kind of standing, but also a little bit on fire, is the dwarf in front of you. With the Dragonborn with their hands up.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. During my rage, my fangs are out, my claws are out, and my tail extends longer, and I'm able to like whip it around, right? I have a 10-foot reach. I want to use my tail to wrap it around his throat and grapple him. I'm not doing damage. I just want to grapple him and look at him. It's like, just give up.
All right. I'm going to do a dex save here. Let's try on that.
Would this be contested? It's either your athletics or acrobatics versus my athletics.
Oh, I don't have that for this guy. Let's make it a judgment call here about his number. Hold on a second. Let's see there.
I got myself a 23 for athletics.
+3. He's got to get a nat 20. And that is not that.
No.
So, you're able to pick up the dwarf by your tail and hold him up.
I pull not enough to get him off the ground, but like enough where he's like tippy toes where I'm not choking him.
Yep.
But it's like, give up.
Roll intimidation real quick. Add advantage. Add advantage.
First one's a dirty 20. Second one's a 18. So dirty 20.
Nat 1. They yep. we're done here. Everything's right here. You need things? We have brooches. We have goblets. We have things. It's right here.
All of it.
Yeah. Yes. And they point. Just you see that the table that they were kind of behind and is covered in a few different objects. You see goblets. You see a couple of rings, and you see a brooch.
Cool. I point to the group and goes, there. Found it. And I look at the one of the two that's in front of me, not the one that I originally hit, but whoever's hurt the most, I grab their face so forcefully and do like one of those like and hold their mouth open as I pour a potion in and pour it out into them.
That's
Give them the potion.
That's the Dragonborn.
Yeah. Turn him around and smack him on the back and then tell him, run. And I look at the other one and I let go of the dwarf.
The Dragonborn runs. The dwarf is, me too? It takes it as a yes, and the dwarf runs.
Hermione's gonna go and collect the stuff.
Now, the
And-
third guy is not going to be gone. We are taking him because that was told by us that they want him. So I look at probably that's the one I originally
The
hit.
third one was a woman.
Yes.
The woman.
Yep.
The woman. So it's like, you're gonna come with me. Maybe the Goliath wants to take a couple more fingers.
They are knocked out.
I say that to the group. He's going with us. Maybe the Goliath wants some more fingers.
No.
I'm gonna
No.
look and see if the brooch that's there is the one that we're looking for.
I've already grabbed it. So, just so
I
will show it to the group. But
You all note that this is a brooch that looks like black dragon claws with purple and pink inlay. It looks very similar to the drawing.
pink.
It looks
Okay,
very
that
similar
looks
to
like
the
one we're looking
drawing.
for.
You did grab it without, and you now have it stowed, Hermione.
Yay!
Oh,
I
it's
regret.
item.
At this, I'm assuming that you're carrying Tekken, the knocked out person, right?
Yeah, I've gotten like everything in just like one satch. Like I just get a cloth, put all of the items that was there into the cloth, and I hook it over my back, and I have the other one over my the woman over my shoulder, and just carrying both stuff.
Ozen, you're covered a bit in
Before
grease
she
from having to
goes over
crawl.
his shoulder, she gets gagged.
Oh yeah, sorry. We bind her and restrain her further before she starts kicking and screaming and breaking my horn.
Fair enough. Ozen, you have oil around, like, because you had to crawl through the oil. You are a little bit covered at this point, but nothing terrible.
Oh, mind your step through that stuff.
I think I was zoned out of it.
So right, you all make your way out of the alcove. Honestly, crazy enough, the halfling and the dwarf that you all left are still there, kind of like looking at you now, carrying a person who might be dead. Well, guess that was successful.
I put the bag down, big wide-eyed. I reach into the bag and one of the many trinkets is just like one of the small goblets, and I just go, "Thank you."
The dwarf takes it. Perfect. Appreciate you. Bye. And they start heading towards the entrance, and that's where they go. You start walking, and you just start making your way out of Thieves' Row. Even though they're not here right now, to kind of to cycle up the story, Clawthorn now stops by the area that was covered with a tarp. It is now abandoned, and breaks a couple of cages that held several birds, and the birds are kind of and flutter away. You're almost to the entrance, and you're all walking by. Hermaine, you notice that the old couple that you were talking to earlier are just kind of standing at a stall right before the exit of Thieves' Row.
Fuck you! I was in Spain! I don't know if you did, but you were there!
They turn around, really surprised to see you. And you can tell that the gentleman is holding your holy item. Just like,
he's gonna go for them because they've got his thing.
They're just gonna toss it and give it to you.
Okay, great.
They clearly see the 7-foot-tall fucking Minotaur holding a person and some loot, just like.
To reveal a little bit about Hermaine, he is an Oath of Devotion paladin. His Oath of Devotion is being devoted to being a paladin. So his holy symbol is just a thing that fell off another paladin that he saw one time and was like, ooh, this is cool. So it's just a piece of junk, mostly. Like it's detailed, but it's junk.
So you are a magical fan of the WWE, is basically what you're telling me, and you got the shirt that came off of fucking someone's back right out of the ring.
It probably wasn't even like a good paladin that he got something off of as well. He's just like, that's cool as shit. I'm gonna do that. So he collects his
junk. You have your junk back.
I have my junk back, and I'm just like, why?
We just needed. Bye.
Hermaine's not going to hurt these people, but he is going to like reach out to the dude and just shove him a little bit as like, fuck you.
They are shoved out towards the shorter end of the corridor of the Thieves' Row. So you make your way. You're able to exit Thieves' Row and make your way. Right now we're probably about 9 o'clock at the evening, but you make your way out of Thieves' Row. At this point, you have to make contact with your employer. Anyone remember how to do that?
The stone.
I pull out the stone and rub it in my hand and shake it a little bit.
It gets cold. And you start to hear something. Hermaine, give me a perception check.
Lovely. I love this for me. Perception -1. Let's have a go. Same thing I rolled last time I rolled a perception check. A 4 for a 3.
That stone looks real weird to you. This you hear a voice out of stone. It says, Market Alley 5. It sounds like the Goliath.
Market Alley Fire?
5 to clarify.
No, that's what my character said. Market Alley Fire. Okay, fire. We need to burn that alley down. Okay.
Was it just him that?
No, it was the rest of you that heard that too.
I would have definitely heard it go.
So they give.
By the way, we've got the one who's missing the finger.
You get nothing at that point, and the stone has went back to room temperature. So you make you now have a location. You make your way back to the market. Market this time of night and inside Enferacuse is basically deserted. There's a few guards who are patrolling, but the market is closed for the day. You note that Alley 5, which you have been called to, is near what looks to be the market office. The market office itself is just kind of like a little bit more towering, but it just says Night Hall goods on the top of it. So you make your way into the alley, and you're carrying both the items as well as the human. In the alley, waiting for you is the Goliath and Georgia Night Hall in the chair. And you can see they just basically wheeled themselves out the back, the back door towards where you are. Oh, I see you. Is this success? Was it a success?
Hermione just hands over the brooch immediately. No, like.
Brooch.
Oh.
I put the person down on the floor. Person. Possibly your stolen shit.
Oh. Okay, we have to gather this before you go inside, dear, okay? And can you handle that? And the Goliath shakes a head.
Yeah, that's the one you bit the fingers off if you want more.
Well, I definitely want something. Let's see here. It looks like you did a good job. I'll have to wake them up. Eldu, dear. Eldu.
Eldu, who has, for some odd reason, some water, let's say close enough in a bucket, splashes it on the human. Mr. Snidehall. Great. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about everything, the brooch and everything.
Oh dear. It's all right. I hope you've learned your lesson, and these folks seems like they have taught you something well. I just need to know how you got out of the manor. Can you tell me?
Oh, yes. I paid to get an extra key, and I had a key to get in and out of the manor. It's just, it won't happen again. It never.
Oh, I know, dearie. It won't happen again.
All of you see Georgia Night Hall rise out of the chair, standing slowly but straightly, stretching a bit as you see what seems like maybe not the older, frail person you may have perceived before.
I know. It will be okay.
Georgia Night Hall puts out a hand. Immediately, a pink light kind of emanates slightly from the hand. In front of you, the human you were carrying, slowly but surely, starts to dry, desiccate, lose all water from their being. You feel them shriveling, making a skin-crawling kind of sensation as they slowly, body sucks inward to bone and to dust.
Is it the same color as the rest of the magic that's happened earlier?
Give me an insight check.
I would also like to do an insight check.
Knowing and seeing this, the only thing that's going through Tekken's head is I could have killed the other two. Fucking assholes. They said no killing.
18.
5.
Ozen, it's not it's a little bit like it, but it's not exactly. It's not exactly right. And Hermione, it's gotta be connected. It's gotta be connected, Hermione.
Well, that will take care
By
of
the way, on that inside, I also rolled and got a 24.
You can tell it has something to do with that. It's similar, but not right either.
Well, that takes care of that loose end. All right. Well, I thank you all. You've done a great job for me. Here is the extra gold as well.
And everyone gets tossed their share of the gold.
I appreciate you all for taking care of this
That's
for
why
us.
my family has a mutual agreement to not mess with your family.
Oh, no need to worry about the small things there, dearie. This is sometimes businesses just have to be done this way. But I appreciate you all for taking care of this for us. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
I finally understanding why the rest of the Axewoods won't mess with the Nighthawks.
But I don't think many people will, dearie. But it's late. We're gonna get our stuff and go. You just enjoy yourselves. But you're very efficient. If you see any of our notifications again, any of our stuff out, we'd be happy to maybe have you back for something. You should have a good day. Sits back down in the chair, and gets wheeled back out towards the office. With that, the next day comes. You all are a bit richer. You have more opportunity in Enferacuse. The only thing that seems to hit the news is that there's been a bit of a scuffle in the back alleys. You see there's been some issues there. You also read the news and find out that this new hat that is all the rage, that is being worn by this blackish nightcap being worn by a noble, that is being passed around. And with that, we will leave the city of Enferacuse. I want to thank all of you for taking part in the Missing Brooch, Evils of Enferacuse one-shot. Really, really fun time. And I'm going to give my players a chance to outro themselves, things they want to be able to pop. Feel free to do so, starting below with Sanguine. Sanguine?
Oh, yeah, sorry. ADHD moment. All right. Hey, everybody, this is All the Worm Slayer. You can find me on TikTok at Sunny Nunya. And eventually you might see me in other streams in the future besides this one. Can't really give you the details because I don't have permission yet. But I was playing Alex Axwood, the noble that happens to be a thief and a swashbuckler.
Very nice. Passing it off to Flight.
Hi, I'm Flido Chaos. I nearly disappeared because my cat tried to shut everything off by lying on my keyboard. I've been playing Hermaine Trumbull. Come and join Mayhem. I'm on TikTok for Flido Chaos. If you want to support the channel, get a membership. That we've got them as cheap as $3 a month, all the way up to $50 when you get some extra bonuses like being in one-shots and special games just for yourself. Or just get some cool merch. I know that Armin Creed just got his Planet Scoop Agent the Void stickers, which is look how freaking huge they are. I didn't think they were going to be that big. Out of context, that sounds weird. Anyway, yeah. Do those things. Grey Jedi. Dolan, you're muted.
Boo. I am the Great Jedi. Come and hit me up if you need a map made. Come check us out every other Tuesday for Planescape Fish the Void. Go over to YouTube and watch the previous episodes and get all caught up for the next live episode. And also make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. Only 40% of our viewers, 40% of the viewers that watch our content aren't subscribers. So please go ahead and make sure that everybody is doing that.
Can you say the title of your game again properly, please?
I have no energy in me. Darren.
Hey everybody, I Darren. Also stream on Armin Creed. Come join me, play video games really badly, yada yada yada. I'm also watching this on PlanetSide, Edge of the Void.
Say it properly.
Planet Scott. What do you
Escape
fucking
of
Pedro
the
Pascal?
void. Um,
Thank you.
Pedro
Sounded like
Pascal
a
and
like it, I
fucking
love it.
SNL. Oh
um,
my god, everything awful.
oh yeah, like Flight said, come join me. Have a blast over there all the time. Yeah. Oh.
Thank you all. And also thank you to Ultimate Water God, Fox, who is here playing with us. You will find in the Discord as a member. And if you are ever interested in playing one of these one-shots that are out there, take the time, get to know us, and we would like to get to know you and play fun games with everybody. I am Concleod, your evil DM. You'll find me at Concleod on Twitch, on TikTok, and in the server, as well as Planetscape, Edge of the Void, on Tuesdays as well. I'm excited for where Enferacuse is going. I hope that you all are too. Thank you all so very much for taking the time with us today. We are going to go out with, which I know we don't always do, but we have time to.
I promise I don't bite.
We're going to go out with a raid because we can raid now. I'm going to do that. And I think we are going to, based on the things that we are following that is streaming right now, we're going to go to Old World Charm, which is what is active that the channel follows. Does that sound right to everybody else? The flight's eyes are wide. We're going to... I think that's where we're going to go. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pretty sure they do D&D most of the time.
That's what they're doing right now, so at least that's what it says. So,
Cool.
we're going to send a raid over there, send folks over. Let chaos reign. Keep being awesome. We really appreciate you all for taking the time to spend a Sunday night with us. And if you're looking for the next one shots, they will have dates soon inside the server. Join us in the Discord. Have a great night, folks.